I'm going to take you through the token migration and NFT migration from the FLAC finance ecosystem over to FIO, the brand new rebranding that the team have gone through, and they're incorporating a whole bunch of new things such as an exchange and all these other aspects. So the whole rebrand is a new facelift for the entire project, and all of this is quite important. We do need to move our tokens over. I had a look at some of the documentation and some of the FAQs around this, and the token migration period is only going to be open for a short period of time. It said from the Discord server, I read in the FAQs that the migration period be a couple of week period, maybe up to a month, and then after that it's a manual process. So any more than that, it will be a little bit harder to migrate those tokens. You still can, it'll just be a lot more difficult. It won't have this automated process to it. So this is the tweet that talks about the token migration in general and what has been happening with the project. They're not migrating to a different chain. They're just upgrading their token. And there's a lot of things with the new token. It's a brand new SIP 68, I think it is. I just can't remember all of the different versions of the SIPs, but this is the dynamic type of token that can upgrade the metadata in the future as well. So as well as changing the token name, they've gone for upgrading it to the new standard as well to make it a lot more dynamic and more fluid in the future. So if they do need to make changes in the future, they can, which is really good for them. Now, if we go over to the actual website here, this is the FLAC Finance website, the old one. It talks through the burning of the FLAC tokens and burning of the Milo NFTs. All you need to do is copy this address here and send your assets to this burner address. You can see what's in that burner address. Let me just find here it is. This is the burner address here. You can see any ADA that's been sent over as you send over the FLAC tokens and the Milo NFTs. About 293 of the NFTs being moved, and 28 million of the FLAC tokens have been moved at the moment. So I do believe from reading on the Discord, it's only a small percentage of the FLAC tokens at the moment. 2.9% of the migration tokens have been migrated. So there's still a lot more to go. And it may get a little sticky with some of these FLAC tokens never being migrated ever. The other thing that you do need to be mindful of, that there are farms that have the FLAC tokens as well. So if you have any FLAC tokens that are in farms, such as on MinSwap, I think MinSwap is the biggest farm out there that has FLAC tokens. So if you're a liquidity provider there, this is it here. So I've got some of the FLAC tokens there. They do have a nice APR, and this will need manual migration too. So you need to, from what I've read, pull the tokens out of this pool and then put them back in to the new FLAC token. So that's another aspect that you do need to look into as well. So let's do this migration in this FLAC tokens to FIO tokens. I'm going to copy that address and open up my NAMI wallet here. There we go. So I'll just open up my NAMI wallet. You should see it there, and I'll click the send address and I'll paste in that burner address that I had. There we go. So I'm just checking the last few characters there. D4PNY, D4PNY. Great. So I'll just search for the token here. I have 239.02. So I'll click on that. 239.02 FLAC tokens. That should do. A little bit of ADA there for this particular transaction. And I'll click, actually, I'll do a little bit more in this one. No, let's just do it one at a time. So I'll send this and I'll let that go. Great. So now that is off, and that is sending to that burner address. Now, from what I've read here on the website, it could take between 2 and 4 hours for this to send through. So that's my first burn, and then I'll send one of my NFTs here over as well, and that will go to the burner address for migration too. So that's a two-step process for me. You probably could do that in one transaction, save on the ADA there, so you don't need to send so much ADA to that burning address. but it's pretty quick and easy to do. The other thing that you can do in this process while you're here is also delegate to the FNX stake pool. So if you want to earn some more of the tokens, you can do so by delegating your wallet to the pool at the same time. So I'm going to do that as well. I've got the pool here opened up on Pool PM. And since I'm using NAMI, I can just click on that little join icon, click on my NAMI wallet, and then sign a transaction here that will delegate my wallet to the FNX stake pool. So let me just sign this transaction, and there we go. So now that's just sending a transaction online and delegating my wallet there. So now I'll be earning a little bit more here. There isn't too much ADA delegated, so it's just under 2 million ADA delegated at the moment on that pool. So they should be minting some blocks very soon. So they've opened up this pool only recently, so it should kick in hopefully next epoch at least for the minting of the blocks. So I'm just waiting for this to confirm, but I'll let that go in the background. Now, I did have a look at the price of everything at the moment as well. So the TapTools hasn't updated the metadata for this yet. So it's missing a few decimal points here. So it should move these decimal points over by 6. And I also had a look at the price of the Milo NFTs, which has interestingly increased as I expected to over the last few days as well. So if we have a look at the price of the NFTs here, originally, let's go back a little bit further down here. It's easier to see. But before they announced this entire token migration, so we look at 5 days, 12 days ago, the floor price of these NFTs were cheap. So at 10, 8, 55, 5 ADA for one of these Milo NFTs. And if you go over to the migration website here, one of the base Milo NFTs would fetch you 2,200 FNX tokens. So I used MinSwap to try and work out what that price of that particular token would be, or how much that would be worth. So I can go here. Now I'll just swap that over, and then I can type in 2,200. So that would fetch me 176 ADA for every Milo NFT that I put through. So I was going to go here and buy a few more of these Milo NFTs so I could swap them over for more FLAC tokens or more FNX tokens, but the floor price has gone up over that threshold mark. So a couple of people here, a few traders managed to get in at a decent price. So this is probably what it's really worth. But a few people here managed to get in below that cutoff price. And of course, all these people here managed to sweep the floor and get some decent prices for these Milo NFTs. Let's see, that's probably too far. Here we go. I did see, here we go, some sweeps. So some sweeps were okay. This sweep was borderline, I think. Borderline, but probably hit a good average for those particular NFTs and being able to sell them on market. This here is definitely overpriced. Now, if you're wanting to trade any of this, of course, you can go to Dex Hunter and do your trades here. It's fairly quick and easy. It will find the best liquidity, best prices for you out there in the ecosystem. I certainly did that as well to try and get the best prices for this video tutorial. Before I sign off, I will do a burn of my Milo NFT as well. So let me just copy that address and I'll switch back over to this view and I'll click on the send. There we go, paste in the burner address again. And I'll put in the asset here. And this time I'll type in Milo. There is my Milo NFT. There's only one there. That's one extra ADA that I need to send with it as well. And I'll click send. Sign that transaction and away it goes. And there it ticks over. Now I'll just check. Okay, so I can see my wallet here is now delegated to FNX, which is great. And I'll look over here, see if I got my assets back yet. No, I have not. So I've sent that FLAC, but it hasn't come back yet. And same with the Milo NFT. I don't expect that to come back anytime soon. So like I said, the documentation did mention between 2 and 4 hours for that to be fulfilled. So that's it, guys. Hopefully, we do see a lot more people migrate their tokens over. It's rather important that we do. It's part of their ecosystem for FLAC Finance. If you want to learn more about the project, I did a news update to my last news feed. I put links down below for you. If you want to learn more about the ecosystem, follow the projects on their socials, links to their Discord, everything else down below for you. So make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell on your way out. By the way, if you didn't notice, this is a brand new channel. This channel is dedicated to how-to tutorials, course material, that kind of stuff that doesn't do too well on my main channel and actually tanks the algorithm. So I had to separate the content. It's the only way I can keep the main channel growing, and then this type of content, which I love creating and educating and showing you guys how to do all these various things in the ecosystem. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.